Hey, welcome back. So in this section, we want to get started with the Apple Picker project. Now this particular project is going to be a game. So to the left, with the Unreal Project Browser open, you can launch the engine and then you get this. And I will choose games because we are going to build a game here. And I will choose blank. Then I will actually start with C++. You can start with Blueprint and then simply add your C++ classes that you want. And in that case, if you start with Blueprint, that makes it a bit easier to go in and set up your folder structure the way you want right from the start. That is for your C++ classes and such. But with the C++ project, if you select this, then you will basically put all of your classes, at least to get started, off in a single folder. And that is what we're going to do for this project. Just to keep it simple, we will only have that many classes in this project. It's going to be a really small project. And so with that, we are really not concerned at this point with separating things out into particular folders. For example, you can have a folder for your actors, your pawns, and so forth. And you can have your C++ classes in that then. And you can also separate out your C++ classes between private and public folders and so forth. But with that, you can run into some issues. So to avoid all of those issues and that complexity, which is unnecessary for this project, again, we will start off with the C++ instead of blueprints. And the target platform, these don't really matter here. The quality preset, maybe we can set that to scalable or something. We do not need the starter content for this. We are going to use cubes and so on to create programmer art for this. And we are not concerned with ray tracing for this project either. Choose my project location, and then I will choose the project name, which is going to be Apple Picker. Again, this is a blank project. I click C++, and the target platform and qualities preset doesn't really matter all that much. I have it set to target platform desktop, quality preset scalable, and that is it for now. I'll just click create. And now it will generate those project files for us. It may also open up Visual Studio, and you can see it is going to load the Unreal Editor here. And if you get this project file is out of date, would you like to update it? I'll just click update. I'll turn real-time off for now. And you can also go and create a new maps folder if you want. So at the top, under content, create a new folder. Call that maps. This current map is unsaved. It is currently called untitled. I don't really want this map. I don't want a landscape or anything like that. So I'm going to go to File, New Level, and I will select Basic. That already has some lighting and stuff in the level for us to work with. So I'll just select that and click Create. And then I'll go and save that. How do we know what is being saved currently? Well, we can see up here, it says Save Level As. In other words, we're going to save the current level. I'm going to double click on the Maps folder. So under All Game Maps, I'm going to call this something like AP_level1 for Apple Picker level 1. So this is basically going to be our first level, our main level. And I'll just save that. And then under Settings, Project Settings, and then under Maps and Modes, I will select the Editor Startup Map. I will select my level that I just created, AP_level1, Apple Picker level 1, and game default map, I'll just set that to AP_level1 as well. And with all of this done, we have created a project, and we can now go and add some code in the upcoming lectures. But we actually also have to create some assets, and we'll start with that. That is some programmer art. When you start a new session and you want to continue working on your game, then you don't necessarily have to open up the Unreal Editor. You can open up your solution, the project solution, that is from the Visual Studio Start window. Yes, you can simply launch the Visual Studio from the icon on your desktop maybe. I have that in my taskbar, and then you can simply click on here to open up that solution. You can start coding, and when you are done, you can simply build and run. That being said, if I bring up the Epic Launcher in the library where we have our project, you can right click on your project, and then you can create a shortcut for that. So in this case, Apple Picker. I want to create a shortcut for that on my desktop. Just select that option, and then I have that shortcut created, and then I can simply launch it from there. So with this, I'll actually just quickly launch that again, so to show you a few things. close this. From here we can always go and create new C++ classes in the Tools menu. We can refresh the Visual Studio project, and we can open up the Visual Studio as well. And that will now open up the solution. Okay, so that is going to wrap up this lecture. I'll see you next time.